And welcome. Look who I have with me, Bruce Porter. We're outside, gorgeous day, Bruce, yeah?
It's wonderful.
All right, Bruce, of course, from the Resource Center. You can see that right there. You ready for this week's question?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. We're gonna read it right here. With the stock market at a peak, my wife and I have been discussing when to get out or when to move to a more conservative type of investing. Is it a good idea to consider this now, or should we wait for dividends and potential gains? Yeah, what's your take on that? There's a little intertwining there.
So here's what I would say.
Yeah.
Sit down tonight with your wife around the kitchen table and review your plan.
Well, yeah, you tell people that a lot. Review what you have.
So if you don't have a plan, get a plan. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the market's at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Let's just kind of review some facts. In your lifetime, in my lifetime, this is as high as it's ever been. So now, I mean, how important is that bucket of money to you? If this is your life savings and you're either close to, or that's money you've identified that now that you've gained it, you absolutely don't want to lose it.
Oh no. Oh,
then
no.
I think you've
you
got to look at
spend it. You don't want to lose it.
And see, people get to thinking, when should I get in? When should I get out? Don't try to time the market because you can't do it. So if this money is important and it's money you can't lose, do something about it. That doesn't mean you're going to sacrifice growth.
Right.
That means we're going to take a different approach and do a more conservative option. But let's look at the facts. The market's at an all-time high, so you're not going to get burned.
Right.
All right. We're in the best tax environment we've been in your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So why not buy out the IRS right now with a lower tax than we'll have in 5 years, 10 years down the road, right? That makes sense to me. So now, remember, we're all getting older every day. So time becomes an issue when you start talking about recovery.
True.
So if it drips down, you got to have time for it to come up. So if you're closer to retirement, you got to pay attention to the timing of how you're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to develop an exit plan. You need to know, okay, here's where we're at. Here's when I want to get out. Is it an all or none? No, it's systematically maneuvering away at a certain point in life.
You have to be a little fluid in your thought as well, don't you?
Well, I think you got to think through what you want to do. What's your game plan? Goes all the way back to the top. What's your plan,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, I think you've got to also look at what are the tools that we're going to go to. You need guarantees.
Right.
You need principal protection.
Mm-hmm.
You need income. You want to mitigate downside risk and fees, and you need to do some estate planning. So look at the tool alternatives that you've got to maneuver to when you come out of the market investing, because you're going from a risk to no risk. Call the office and we'll be glad to sit down.
And the thing to remember is when you talk about estate planning, that doesn't mean that you have 300 acres and 2 mansions and a valet. And it doesn't mean that you're, going to retire tomorrow.
No.
Now is the time, and anything you have is your estate.
Anything that you have that you want to bless with somebody else, that's your estate. That's important to us. So give us a call, the Resource Center, resourcecenterinc.com, or you can call us at the office, 882-1800. Be glad to sit down and visit.
Talk to Bruce. He knows.